What is going on, everyone? Welcome to Strikeout Beer Podcast, your least favorite podcast, with your pals, Alan and Rapid Dave. I'm Alan.
I'm Rapid Dave. What's up, man?
I'm just living the dream right now.
I forgot that those Yinger lights were the Field and Stream one. Yeah, I flipped over
Yeah.
to Yinger flights and I was like, okay, Liz has been enjoying them. We did like the lights just because it's a light lager with a lot of flavor. You know what I mean? It tastes better, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the flights just as good. Yingling, man, they put out a good product. I like it.
They
I like
do. They do. They do. But that's not what we're here to discuss.
Oh, not
No,
tonight.
no, 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 no. We are not here to discuss that. We're here to talk about GPS. And how often do you use it? Or as far as you're concerned, how often do you drive without GPS?
Yeah, I think I'd like to know that.
Because I drive without it all the time. Now, I do say majority of the time, I would say the majority of the time I drive, I do drive with it, but that's because like I'm like delivering, right?
Okay. All
So I
right.
don't necessarily count that, right?
Okay.
But if I'm just going somewhere and I know where I'm going, I don't use the GPS.
If you know where you're going and how far, like, all right, so when you come over here, do you use GPS?
No.
Okay, so you just like if there's traffic, there's traffic. If there's not, there's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't live like that. Okay, so here's AI overview. Over 60% of American drivers use GPS navigation at least once a week, with a significant portion relying on it daily. According to a United Tire study, high dependency is common, with 93% of surveyed drivers in CarPro reported noting they rely on it, especially for traffic updates, unfamiliar routes, often favoring apps like Google Maps. So it's more like you're pulling it up to check like traffic, or if you don't know where
Right.
you're going, right?
Yeah.
And for me, it's every morning to work and every afternoon from work. Even though I know where I'm going, I just want to see what road might be closed and if because there is a ton of traffic on and construction on 35. So I'm like, am I going to save time just going up the tollway or going up another road and hitting George Bush or whatever? So
Yeah. And I know like when we worked in the office, like my area, my group, we used to work in the office every day. We don't anymore. We don't work in the office at all. And there's definitely there was a high group of people that would use like Waze
mhm.
to every day on their way to and from work. I never did like because like on the way home, on the way there, I always left early enough to where there wasn't any traffic. Or if there was, it was a wreck and I'm not really going to be able to avoid it, right? But also I'm leaving early enough to where it's not going to be a problem. Like when I'm going somewhere, I leave so I always make sure I'm there early. I always want to be there early just in case. It's just kind of how I am. Let's get there early. Just in case there are any issues, there are any problems, I'm good, right?
I think
And
it
then
all
like
falls for my like being stranded thing. I think that's what it is. Like, I got to get around it. Or like 35 was shut down one morning. I just happened to pull it up and like, I didn't pay attention and I end up in like 20 minutes of traffic. I wasn't late because yeah, I'm about like you with that, right? I get there like 20 minutes early every day because I do leave early in the morning. So if something's gone wrong, it's something's gone wrong, right? It's just
well,
not a natural flow of traffic.
I used to get to work like over an hour early,
Oh,
but that
geez.
was just because it was because like if I left, I had
Oh,
a window, right? And if
a
I
sweet
left
spot.
5 minutes after that
Hmm.
window, it would take me an hour and a half to get to work. To which I'd still get to work 10, 15 minutes early.
Yeah.
And it would end up being like almost an hour drive. Or I leave 5 minutes earlier, I get there like an hour early, but I don't have to go through traffic, right?
Oof.
So I was just like, I didn't want to deal with traffic. And then this was also like during the time when like I was really walking a lot and things like that, working on getting, back in shape and that. And so like I'd get there early and sometimes I'd go to the gym. Like when we worked in the office, they had the gym. Sometimes I'd
Oh,
go
yeah.
somewhere like a Walmart or something like that. That was back when they were open 24 hours. So I
Yeah.
could get there at whatever time and I would just go and just walk around, right? And
Yeah.
just get my steps in. Like, let me get my steps in and get that taken care of. And I'd have it all knocked out in the morning before I even started working.
Yeah, yeah. Another website has it as 76% use it to get accurate ETAs, 57 use it to find alternate routes, 52 count on it to alert them if any like traffic jams or anything like that. I'm with you. I miss that office too. I used to
Oh
because
yeah.
I worked there when I was even younger, and I
Yeah.
worked out from like 6:30 in the morning till about 9 o'clock, and that's when my shift started. And I was like, it was something else. I did, but loved it. Um, I don't mind getting there early. I love getting there early. I like getting to work before,
You just
hell, I
get to
work
relax,
6:30. I used to work
right?
6:30 to 3. You know what I mean? 6:30 to 2:30 if I wanted to skip a lunch. So it's freedom. But yeah,
Mhm.
I fire it up out of habit now just to see if there's traffic, if there's something shut down, around where I'm at. I'm between like
Right.
three major highways. So I can get to work. But which one is gonna be shut down? Like, I took the tollway when it iced over all bad because I couldn't go down 35. Too many bridges,
Right.
too many overpasses. 35 wa and the tollway was cleared. So I
Mhm.
got to drive all the way down in the center lane, going about 50, 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, don't wanna get
Yeah,
stuck somewhere.
and, like, I'll be like, if I'll be out, like, delivering, and it takes me like, a delivery will take me out of my area, and it's like, "Okay, I drop that off, I gotta get back to my area." I'll fire up the GPS until I get to where I know the area, right? I'll fire it up just to kinda get a I'm in a neighborhood, and I'm 12 turns deep into this neighborhood, and I don't know how to get out of it, so let me fire it up to get out of the neighborhood, and then once I get on the roads that I know, I turn it off, right? I try not to be dependent on it just for, I don't know, sanity's sake, my mind's sake, right?
That's how we used to just
Have
get
an
around in
active
the
mind.
past.
That's the I used to deliver pizzas back before GPS was a thing.
Yeah. There
I
was
had
a
a
map,
Maps
use it
Ago.
on the wall, or you
I
had a
had the
map
Maps
go.
Ago.
And I'll tell you what, I was the one friend of our group that knew how to get to, like, Six Flags and stuff back then, because
Mhm.
I went there once, and I go, "I remember the way to get there," and it was like, not only you have signs as well, you know what I mean? If you kinda have a general direction, you know where you're going, but it's also that's what it was, though, like, "Oh, yeah, no, we gotta go this way," and your mind is working, and, like, nowadays, like I said, where I go wherever the phone tells me. And
Yeah.
I have some input along the way. I was like, maybe we should go this way this time, or this one's a little bit faster, or something like that. And I'll deviate, and it'll recorrect, or yeah, recorrect. Um, but yeah, dude, I just every day into work, every day out of work. I think if I'm going anywhere that's, I don't know, 5, 10 miles away, I'll still fire it up just to see if, like, just the traffic here is crazy. So if I can dodge, 5 minutes, 10 minutes off my way by just going one street north or south, I'm in.
Yeah, and,
So,
like, when I go to your place, right, there's a couple different ways to go, but the one's quicker even if I do run into traffic, right?
there's a
Now,
main
unless the
way to get
freeway
there.
gets shut down, right? But
Yeah, yeah.
But also, like, I've also reached this point with going to your place to where, like, if you said, "Hey, how do you get to your house?" Ask me how I got to your house. I go, I jump on the road here and go there and
Just drive,
exit here and I turn down that one street, then turn on your street." Well, what are those streets? What are I don't know. Like,
yeah,
I just know I've done it so many times that I don't know.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, for me, I just know I get on 121 and ride that out, and then I gotta hop on 183 and then hop on, just keep going. But, uh
Like,
but yeah,
I can't tell you what the exit is that I take to go to your house. I
yeah,
can't tell you. I don't
yeah.
know.
I don't even use when I went to softball and came back, like, the other night last night, it's like I have GPS on because that road's been shut down a couple times. And I would just take the service road. I don't even get on the tollway no more. I'm against the tollways right now. I'm fighting them.
I mean, I don't
Uh,
blame
not a
you. It
fan.
sucks.
Not a fan.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there you go. That's what
It
I got.
it it saves me, like, 30 minutes, though, going to your house, so I kinda have to take it,
That's
to
how
and
it is.
from.
Mhm.
So, I don't know, man. But, yeah, no, GPS. What do you guys use it all the time? Do you not use it? What do you do? You're like, "I'm a man. I use a map." I got a map, you know?
Gotta figure
How accurate is that map? Roads change so much nowadays, like, it'd be tough to use a map, right? Because
Mhm.
there's always construction, there's always something going on. I don't know, man. I don't even know if maps are a real thing anymore. Are maps real? Are they even real? What is a map? What is map? Tell us. Tell us, because we don't know. I don't know, man. Hey, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, I'm Alan.
RD.
We'll talk to you later. Deuces.